Hi, Sodis. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. I mean, whatever that will make a full-grown man, like, despise his own community because he wants to elevate other people and then make his own community look like, trash and all that. I really do not understand how people, a full-grown people, like, do something like this, but it looks like it is becoming a trend among Black men. Sorry, I am not saying all Black men do not come for me, but you all have been here watching my videos. I am saying once again, not all Black men, right? I see a lot of videos like for a full grown man to come out and say that I wish slavery will come back so I can buy one for myself. I mean, I wish Black women never have any right to vote because they're um I mean they're all they are like their life should end in kitchen, right? I wish like they never have any. I just don't understand it. How do you all do all this? You know, how do you tap dance to the extent that you lose your integrity, your everything? Anyway, it looks like you don't even have integrity. But one thing I am going to assure you is that they will never pick you because you know how they do their thing. And now, with everything surrounding Mark Robinson, I learned that this man is distancing, Trump is distancing himself from him. I just love this for this man. And I hope he'll reap the fruit of his labor because it's absolutely ripe. Let's get.
My name is Mario, and I'm tired of the bullshit. Let's talk about Mark Robinson, Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, for a moment. Because I've been meaning to do this for a while, and I never got a chance to do it, never got around to doing it. And when I did these things, these TikToks, I just conveniently forgot all about Mark Robinson and who he is and his ties to Donald Trump. Donald Trump called this man Martin Luther King on steroids. I want you to think about that for a second. He said that Mark Robinson was better than Martin Luther King in some way. Donald Trump comparing Mark Robinson to Martin Luther King Jr. is odd. And it strikes me. It's something that I think about. It's something that I think is telling. So let's get the obvious out the way. The two things that Mark Robinson and Martin Luther King have in common, and the only two things they have in common, is that they are black and preachers. That's it. That's all. That's all they have in common. Mark Robinson has never been out here on these streets fighting against injustice. Mark Robinson doesn't even deliver a brilliant and eloquent sermon. See, here's the thing. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. loved his people. Mark Robinson hates his own people. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. talked about the three evils of society, those evils being racism, militarism or imperialism, and ultramaterialism, i.e., capitalism. Mark Robinson spreads bigotry, doesn't say a word about militarism or imperialism, and doesn't say anything about capitalism or materialism. See, Mark Robinson is nothing but a mean-spirited Uncle Ruckus. He's a trash panda with a platform who happens to hold the second most powerful position in North Carolina. And the fact that he holds this seat says everything I need to know about not only North Carolina, but of this entire country. You see, isn't it funny how you can get away with saying the most vile racist shit as long as it comes from, I don't know, another black person or another Hispanic person or another Jewish person, etc., etc.? So when the scandal came out about Mark Robinson and his propensity towards adult porn sites and saying a little bit too much on the forums on these adult porn sites that I didn't even know was a thing. And I love adult porn sites. I'm not going to even lie. But what he stated doesn't even surprise me whatsoever. Dude said he's a black Nazi. And I believe him because everything he's done and said so far makes him Nazi-ish. He said that he wishes he could bring back slavery. Where have I heard that before? Oh yeah, Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson. That's where I've heard that before. Another conservative trash panda mouthpiece for white supremacy. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if something like that would come out of Candace Owens or Kanye West's mouth or Jason Whitlock or any of the other trash pandas that they got on the payroll. You know what? Being anti-black while being black is a very, very lucrative business. Well, it is what it is. And now Donald Trump wants to distance himself from him. You wasn't trying to distance yourself from him when he was saying that women who get abortions just need to keep their legs closed or stop being hoes. You wasn't trying to do that then when he was talking about abortion should be outlawed, even though his own wife got an abortion that he paid for back in the 1980s. The words that came off of Mark Robinson's fingers onto a computer screen in a pornographic chat room that was extremely anti-black. It matches all the other things, such as the Haitians eating cats and dogs and other vile, racist, disgusting things that came out of Trump and the entire MAGA movement. These people are racist at their core. And all the black people who run interference for these people and try to claim that these people are not racist are either trash pandas themselves or they are so delusional that they don't know which way is up and which way is down. There are ways in which you can say the N-word without saying the N-word. Lee Atwater taught them well. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this particular subject. Everybody on TikTok, y'all be peace.
Hey, y'all remember him? Yeah, Mark Robinson. He's the black dude running for governor as a Republican nominee in North Carolina. I'd stopped paying attention a while ago. I wanted to tune back in and see how he's doing. Flappin' Flotsam, what's that? Holy fucking shit! I'm only gonna show that much because me showing that much is probably gonna get my account terminated. Oh, and what happened? Mark Robinson, endorsed by Donald Trump. In fact, said that he's like MLK on steroids. Allegedly has said he was a black Nazi. He was a perv. He wanted slavery to come back. He liked watching trans people in, corn. Mark denied it and said we know his character. Oh, we do. And cool. I mean, Clarence Thomas jumped out the window defending him, saying they're trying to get him too. Stop. CNN reportedly matched the username that all these comments were under with his name, age, location, marriage details, and it's a username that he used on other platforms like YouTube, Amazon, and Pinterest. I want to reiterate that Donald Trump called him Martin Luther King on steroids and actively wants him to win. Mark Robinson also allegedly said that MLK Jr. is a commie bastard and worse than a maggot. I want to reiterate that Donald Trump actively supports and wants him to win. Donald Trump actually wants.
This is all I got from this video. And sincerely speaking, I really do not know what will make me tap dance for people, especially as an adult, let alone as a full-grown man, right? These ones are beyond, I don't know even how to classify. Okay, now, in my own way, there are grades to adults, some are already old adults that do not need people to push them around, But unfortunately, people like this is just something that I don't understand. Like, how can somebody push you around? How can somebody push a full old man around to tap dance to become Uncle Roku? Like, I really don't get it, but it's really crazy. But I love the fact that whatever that he is up to actually came to light, so people will absolutely know the kind of person he is. And then looking at this, it's just crazy how some black people can really be anti-black. Like, when I say, sometimes I've been saying this a lot, I am not scared of what these people may do, but when it comes We say the enemy from within. That is one of the worst enemy anybody can ever have. Like, it's very terrible, you know? It's just crazy, but when you look around what it's going on, there are so many black men doing things like this. I mean, being whatever they want. I mean, being who they. I don't understand if it's being who they are, but I don't know how some people would just be so misled that anything about your community does not interest you. All you want to do is just be against your community. And there is something that I have noticed about them. It is okay to be anti-black, right? I mean, if you are part of them, if you become a conservative and all that, I think their major role is to become anti-black, you know, and speak ill about your community, talk ill about your community. And it is always great when you focus and do not deviate from it. But as soon as you leave that same, I mean, why would I want to box myself up in a position that I might like, you know, I just don't get it. But it's really weird as a full-grown person. This was exactly the kind of life Candice Owen lived, and it backfired, and she wanted to turn back to Black community. For a full adult, grown adult, to come out to tell you that I wish we can go back to the days when slavery was a thing, so I can also buy somebody. You can imagine his kind of, I mean, the mentality. I don't know what will make somebody come out to say something like that. I don't know. Really. The same, okay, while I was also making research, the same man, the same Mark Robinson also, I learned that the wife did DNC. Please, I am not judging anybody, right? Back then, but now the same person is the one that is like super, super anti. Like, you know what I am saying? I am not judging anybody. But looking at the things, I mean, it looks like most of the things he is antagonizing, or he is saying that they are bad, or they are pushing him to say. But I am not going to say somebody is pushing him, because how do you want me to say that somebody that is already 50 something years or 40 something years, that somebody is pushing the person? No, it is like willingly, you know. Even at 25, I will tell you that in fact, from 18, whatever you do at that age, but I can exempt some certain people, like, you know, some certain age. But for somebody that is like, in fact, from 30 something, from 30 years, if you're up to 30 years upward, and seriously, there is no excuse for you. I mean, whatever you are doing is what you have chosen to do. And he knows fully well what he is doing. Since I don't know, but how is this even benefiting him? Maybe because he wants to become the governor, and this is the path he wants to become the governor through. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I don't know. Like I said before, I don't know what will make me turn against my own community. I think whatever that will make me, I reject my own community shouldn't even come, because that thing will probably not worth it. As you all can see, whatever that is happening in his life right now is not even worth it. I mean, it's crazy, but yeah. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.